I don't know if you're paying attention to the NFT market right now, but things are going really crazy. So we need to go over this. We need to go over how to profit off of this. We need to go over what's the long-term plan. So guys, this month of January looks like it's going to be the record-breaking month for all of NFT volume. It's looking mind-blowing. So I'm super excited to talk about all this. And also, I just want to say that a ton of these projects that are pumping right now on OpenSea are most likely going to be short-lived. Like right now, we're living in this meta of cute projects are pumping, like this family friendly cute theme. Micro influencers can literally pump a project by just posting about it on Twitter. So guys, we're really early. The market is still so small here, and there's a lot of new money coming in. Tons of new wallets are being created. There's a lot of new money from different countries coming in. We're expecting a lot of new money from Asia. We're expecting a lot of new money from other places, but guys, overall, it's looking good. So what I want to go over in this video is just what I've been seeing in the market. I also want to go over a couple of projects that are really going to fit the theme that we're in right now, and I think they're going to do really good. These are upcoming projects, not released yet. And then I also want to go over my strategy, what I'm going to be doing right now. So guys, it's going to be a really interesting video. Let's just go ahead and get started. Make sure to go subscribe down below, guys. It helps the channel out a lot. We're almost at 15,000 subscribers. Let's keep going, guys. This is super amazing to see. The growth is insane on Twitter. The growth is insane. And make sure to go comment down below what you guys would like to see in the next video. And why not go ahead and like the video while you're at it. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. My fellow degens, now we're at the computer. Now I want to show you guys this tweet that I made. It's basically going over what I've been seeing in the market. A lot of people agree with this, and pretty much it's undeniable because this is pretty much what's been happening. So what we've been seeing is that NFTs are moving exactly like crypto moves, like with Bitcoin and Ethereum as the main movers in the market. And then once those chill out, then the money moves to the altcoins. And then once those chill out, after the gains are made there, people chill out and the coins stop moving. And then the money goes to the micro caps, the little shit coins, the super tiny gaming project micro caps. So that's what's kind of happening with NFTs right now. We saw the blue chips pump like crazy. We saw all the projects like Neo Tokyo, Bored Apes, Mutant Apes. We even saw Doodles. We even saw Cool Cats. Guys, we saw all the blue chips pump. Now, the money went to the mid-tier NFTs. Now, we didn't see this to a huge extent, right? This was a short-lived cycle for the mid-tiers. But we saw tons of mid-tiers pumping. Now, what we're in right now is the micro degen NFTs. These are pumping insane amounts. I can just go on OpenSea and show you guys 100 different projects that pretty much pumped up in the past day. So, a lot of this is driven by Twitter and all that stuff, but at the same time, a lot of this is short-lived. Now, whatever goes up really, really fast, up is going to go down really, really fast as it went up, or maybe even faster. So just be careful with that. Some of these might be able to maintain itself, like we have Alien Friends. It was a micro degen cap, and then now it's basically at a mid-tier, and then if this lasts for a long time, it could considerably be a blue chip. Let's see, but that just takes time. But guys, this is really insane. I don't think I've seen anything like this ever since August. Now, what I'm talking about with August is in August, we actually had an insane pump of NFTs. That's when NFTs were pretty much at their peak. But the problem with that is that was short-lived. That was maybe only 5 to 6 weeks at max of just projects selling out every single time, pumping up like crazy, and just holding a floor for a little bit of time. And then, the bear market hit, and then everything went to crap. But now we're back in a bull run. It's very obvious. It's, if someone tells you we're not in a bull run, they don't know what they're talking about. Now, there's a lot of factors that could really stop this. There's factors like OpenSea crashing, which has pretty much been 25% of this entire bull run. Then we also have other factors like crypto actually being very volatile, which is going to bring people a little bit of fear with oh, we don't know where crypto is going to go. And then at the same time, gas fees move very high. So we just got to be careful with that. But right now, if we can see Ethereum chill out for a little bit, then this is just going to continue in my opinion. Now, if we were to take a look at the OpenSea daily volume here, we could take a look and see that the day has just started, right? If you take a look down here, it's 9:22 a.m. at the time that I'm filming this video. Right now for January 9th, we see the volume is pretty much as good as it is as an actual full day. Now, the day is just getting started. We have $156 million in volume. Guys, I think at the end of this day, we will have all-time volume. The best entire day of this entire 2022. Now, I also said that on my Twitter. I said, guys, it's going to be the best day of 2022. Only problem is that OpenSea is kind of rugging everyone right now, so we got to be careful because that can bring a little bit of slowed momentum. Now we've seen this constant trend happen over and over. Now, what usually happens when OpenSea opens back up? The volume starts to spike like crazy all over again. The FOMO goes crazy again. Now, if I were to go on IC Tools really quick, just to show you guys what's going on, it's pretty much all derivative trash projects. Now I'm on the 12-hour period filter. what I'm going to tell you is that if you're going to be watching this video a day after it's released, there's going to be a whole new set of different derivative projects, whole different trash projects that have probably a free mint or like a really low mint, or that have just been really low on price on OpenSea for a long time. They're going to be probably pumping, and there's going to be a whole new set completely different from this. And even if we were to go on the OpenSea top 10 guys or the top 100, there's going to be a whole different new set of projects on here. Now, we've seen projects like Indifferent Duck. We have seen projects like the Heart Project. We see other ones like Fanta Bear. Guys, these are coming out of nowhere, and they're turning into very high floor prices, which is good to see for some people, but I'm just scared that a lot of people are going to lose their money from trying to hold it, and then people are going to probably be the last one holding the bag, and they're going to lose their money. So be careful with that. Again, tons of rugs and tons of trash projects and tons of scams happening, but that's just you. You have to do your own due diligence when getting into these projects. Do your research. Make sure you're in alpha groups to make sure you guys are staying safe, keeping each other in touch. Don't mint anything before a lot of other people have minted it, just to, make sure that you're not getting rugged. But if we were to take a look at this, guys, it's just mind-blowing. Like, a lot of these projects, I said, these projects have just been sitting on OpenSea for a long time, and people are just pumping them on Twitter. So a lot of people here have probably been sitting on these bags for a while, and now they're sitting on a fat bag. Some people might not even know about it. Now, what we're going to be seeing is a lot of these projects that are pumping right now. Like, if we were to go on OpenSea, I said that you're not going to see these, because what's going to happen is people are going to try to use each other as exit liquidity, and then, post about it on Twitter, shill it, and then they're going to try to sell. And then what's going to happen is everyone's going to undercut each other all the way down to either zero or to where there's no more liquidity left. Now, a lot of these projects were pumping last night, or were pumping a couple hours ago from when I spoke about this, and they're already pretty much on a huge downfall. So, guys, it's just constant. Like, for me, myself, a lot of my money, or like, I think 80% of my NFTs are just in blue chip NFTs, just because when I'm experiencing these volatile shifts in the market, like, all these micros like jumping up like crazy and these little shitty NFTs going crazy, I know that my blue chips are just going to stay stable throughout this entire period. Now, am I going to be FOMOing into some of these projects that are pumping? Yes. Now, the amount of capital that you use to be able to FOMO into these projects is very important, because you can't be using all your capital to be FOMOing into these projects unless you're willing to take the risk to lose all your money, because you're probably very susceptible to be losing all your money if you're going to do that. Now, Doodles, for example, this project pumped so hard, so fast, so high. This is maybe one of the examples where like we could actually see Doodles hold this floor price for a good amount of time. I don't know where it's going to go. Obviously, I'm not a genius, but guys, Doodles is like pretty much a solidified blue chip at this point. I think that they can hold this floor price. They're at a 12 ETH floor, which is insane to think about. Like, I was making videos about Doodles before they even minted back then. So it's just insane to think about how Doodles pumped that hard. Now, that's just a great example of, you're going to mint so many projects, and a lot of them are going to be rugs. A lot of them are going to be trash. A lot of them are not going to even make a 2x off mint. And that's okay. At least you get a few of your picks right, like 2 out of 10 picks right, 3 out of 10 picks right. You're going to be sitting nice. Now, if you were to mint one of these and now you're, sitting on that 12 ETH gain, if you still held it, that's insane, guys. That would have covered up all your losses, all your, bad plays. So that's just an example of what the NFT space is and what it does. And that's why you guys just got to stay ready, equipped, prepared, and ready to deploy capital on anything that can possibly move or that possibly has speculation. Now, Fanta Bear here, guys. A lot of people, what they're saying is that this is supposed to be like the biggest project in all of Asia in terms of like Korea, China, Japan. So a lot of bigger influencers in that region are really showing this project super hard. But I want to go over some projects that I think are going to do really, really well. I know you guys have been waiting for that, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started with it. Now, the first project we have here is called Tasty Bones, guys. This is one of these projects that I just think is just going to do mind-blowing numbers, to be honest. I just personally feel that. I could be completely wrong, but I just really feel that. Now, when we were to take a look at like their art and everything, to be honest, it's not a derivative, but it just feels like one. It feels like a Crypto Moris, a Doodles, and a Cool Cats, kind of like all in one, just because of the color theme and like the cartoon look and the whole face structure. You guys could probably see it, but this is one of these things that I think is just going to go ballistic. And I could probably be wrong, but I think I'm going to be right with this one. And this is because the whole meta in the space right now, this pretty much fits the entire theme 100% correctly. Now I'm not saying this is going to be the next Doodles, but this is something that I'm going to try to max mint if possible. So if we were to take a look at their numbers on Twitter, they've obviously grown tremendously fast. Now, they're going to be launching in February, and their team is completely doxed. I spoke to one of the team members, super humble guy, and they actually have team members that are degens in the space, which is kind of what exactly you want to hear, because a lot of projects have people that have done successful things in the past, which is okay, this and that. But like, I would rather have someone that has done something successful in the past and is a degen and understands NFTs fluidly at one time. That entire combination really does make a really good team and a really good founder if that's the case. I'm a founder of a project too, and I have all those traits all in one, and it really helps me understand the space a lot better, and it helps me navigate my project to where I need it to be. And just the connections overall that you can have by being a degen is massive, which can just help your project. So this is just what I'm seeing, guys, and I like the fact that they're just like really, really doxing themselves out there. Again, that doesn't mean everything, but now here we have the Serial Club for the next project. This one, they don't have the release date yet, but this is really similar to Tasty Bones, which I just spoke about in terms of they're really fitting the trend right now. They're really fitting what's hot right now. Now, what's hot right now can be completely different in a week or 2 weeks, but just for this current moment, we're going to be discussing this, so just keep that in mind. But these guys, similar concept, they have a bunch of followers on Twitter and all that stuff, and they have a lot of hype. But one thing I want to keep in mind is I think Tasty Bones could actually do a lot better than Serial Club, just because of the fact that these guys do look way too similar to Cool Cats, like the whole concept of Cool Cats. The art on Tasty Bones I do like a little bit better, but these guys do look a little bit too similar to some projects that I've seen. Tasty Bones, you can say the same thing, but I think Tasty Bones does have better art, which can resonate a lot better with people. But guys, this project is just one of these that I just see doing really well. Just tons of hype on Twitter and everything, tons of engagement, tons of people talking about it in alpha groups and stuff. Now, when we get into another project that I just think is going to be massive, this one's called Azuki. This one's releasing in like 3 days. I'm going to try to max mint this one if possible. I don't think it's going to be possible, but let's see. We can see here that this is pretty much one of the most hyped up projects we've seen in a very long time. This is pretty much all through community backing. I've been following this one for a while. I've been watching them grow. It's been pretty organic in my opinion. So guys, this is another one of these projects. They have this anime theme. It's similar to some of these projects that we've seen done really well in the past, like Oni Force, and then some other ones like the Sevens. And then we've seen some other ones like Divine Anarchy, which one thing I can say is the common trend with those projects is that they do really good right away. They'll pump really hard. There's tons of hype. And then for some reason, they just completely fall off the map and they just die out. So in my opinion, this would kind of be like a flip play for Azuki. I don't really know what they have coming up, but the only reason why I wouldn't flip this one would be because they could possibly have some huge partnerships in the future, or it could possibly have something great coming up in the future. But again, I don't really want to hold based off speculation. I just would like to look more into the project. Again, I haven't looked too deep into this project. I'm not an expert on any of these projects that I'm speaking about. And to be honest, I don't really take deep dives into these projects because for me, that's not what it takes for me to determine if a project's going to do well. It's pretty simple for me to determine. So yeah, just guys, tons of hype. The whole Twitter meta of like, having tons of Twitter hype and then converting it to your Discord and then just doing the whitelist giveaways, that's what these guys are doing. And it's doing really, really well overall, guys. So just make sure you're keeping your eye on these projects and just overall, Dark Echelon, my project, has been catching this entire FOMO this entire time. The strategy right now for what people are doing to get onto these pumps early is they're just getting onto these smaller NFT projects. Like, let's go to OpenSea. Now, let's find something cute as an example that hasn't pumped yet, just so I can show you guys. Now, let's look at this project, for example. Guys, I advise you, do not buy into this project. This is just an example. Do not buy into any of these projects that I'm showing you guys for these FOMO examples. Do not, I repeat, please do not buy it. I know there's going to be some people that are going to find this as a way to buy into the project. This one is an example of like a cute project, has these cute little traits. It's a derivative and, it's super cheap and people like this type of stuff. Now, let me take a look at the activity really quick just to see if this has been mooning at all. We can see tons of people are already catching on to like basically what I'm talking about on hopping onto these projects that I haven't pumped yet. Now we can see tons of sales here, just because people want to get onto the boat early. Now, it's as simple as someone posting this on Twitter, and then this is pretty much going to pump right away. So as long as like a person with a good amount of followers on Twitter posts this project, I pretty much guarantee you it'll pump, and a lot of people are going to want to get into it, and then it'll just lead to a FOMO cycle, and then it'll just ladder on top of each other, and the floor price climbs up, and then the selling pressure decreases because people see the floor going up, and then eventually you reach a top, and then the floor just tanks. The selling pressure is insane. Buying pressure goes away. And then tons of people undercut each other. And then the project just goes to pretty much zero where you're not liquid. So be careful for that. That's the strategy right now. Find something cute. Find something that's relatable in the market right now. This is what's happening. These derivatives, guys, they're all pump and dumps. I'm telling you, these are all pump and dumps. You know, we have ones like Doodles and Alien Friends that are not pump and dumps. But besides that, guys, just this is an informational video. Take it how you want it. This is not financial advice whatsoever. I told you guys my strategy. I'm holding into my blue chips right now. And then at the same time, I'm using a very small amount of my capital to actually FOMO into these projects and hopefully make a nice profit. But besides that, none of it is guaranteed. And the strategy is just get in early, get in before everyone else, find something cute, ride the wave, and find an exit spot. Make sure you're taking profits when needed on these pump and dumps, because profit is profit at the end of the day. Doesn't matter how much profit you take. And guys, go ahead and check out Dark Echelon. The FOMO alerts are going crazy. We're catching all the FOMO. We're catching all these projects before they pump. So go check that out, guys. The links for everything will be down below. Make sure to go subscribe, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to go comment down below what you guys want to see next. And I'll see you guys in the next one.